Instagram, and Facebook. You can also listen to us anywhere in the world. Download your Radio Garden app from your Apple or iOS store and look for Voice of the People 96.1 from Abuja. Also, you can watch me live right now and subsequently on all our shows. Just go to the YouTube. Look for Voice of the People 96.1 from Abuja. The page, like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell so anytime we're up live, you get to be notified. Okay, without wasting much time, guys, let's go straight to the action and begin solely from the local saying. Okay, let's begin, of course, from the Ministry of Sport, where the Minister of Sport Development has set up 7-man investigative committee to look into the embarrassing controversies that put Nigeria in bad light during the 2024 Olympic Games in France. The Minister of Sport Development, Senator John Eno, has insisted that he will do everything in making sure that the architect of the embarrassment of the Olympics do not go scot-free. Up top of the list of the embarrassment are favor of Philly's omission from participating in the 100 meters race and Ise Okperazere, a Nigerian cyclist who to borrow his bicycle from a German colleague to compete at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Ophili's exclusion stems from a registration controversy which prompted the Sport Minister John Owen Eno to threaten sanction against airing officials. In a press statement on Friday signed by the Director of Press, Ministry of Sport, the Minister announced the 7-man committee which will be inaugurated soon. It reads, and I'll quote it, in its quest to investigate various negative exposure to the country during the 2024 Paris Olympics and Paralympic Games, the Ministry has constituted a 7-man committee to investigate such incident. The following members of the committee: Mumuni Alau, Chairman Aliyu Muhammad, Hajar Rekia, Goblin Enayana, Bakal Ango, Christy Okpara, and Victor Okambe. The committee will be inaugurated next Wednesday at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The primary objective of the panel of the inquiry is to investigate and name those who are responsible for the athletes' numerous challenges, including administrative lapses and poor technical decisions which contributed to their woeful performance. Nigeria went to Paris 2024 with 88 athletes that took part in 12 sporting events without winning any medal. And now to boxing, we hear that Dana Dubois deserved to be champion after stunning knockout of Nigerian-born British boxer Anthony Joshua. After being flawed repeatedly, Joshua still has determined to say, I live for a moment like this after surviving the 4th round. 2 minutes later, he was sprawled on the canvas. Dana Dubois claimed the biggest cap of his career with a stunning 5th round knockout of Anthony Joshua in their all-British showdown at the Wembley Stadium. Dubois had called the fight his potential resurrection story as he looked to finally win a title fight. Also, we hear that Anthony Joshua says that he wants to continue fighting despite the brutal 5th round knockout by Dana Dubois, who retained his IBF World Heavyweight title in an all-British spectacular at Wembley on Saturday. I beg your pardon. For Dubois, it was the charm, having scored knockout in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th round before his 5th round KO. And Joshua was able to respond, but his overall shakiness throughout led to the speculation that Saturday's fight could be his last. On the surface, it seemed logical for Joshua, who turned 35 on October the 15th. He sounded upbeat following his 33rd career bout, though quickly dismissing any talk of retirement. In his word, you probably asking if I want to continue fighting. Joshua told reporters via Queensberry Promotion. He said, of course, I want to continue fighting. That's what I am. I'm a warrior. Joshua won 4 consecutive fights since dropping the WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO crown to Alexander Usyk in August 2022. After Saturday's loss, he gave Dubois his flowers and he said in a quote, when I signed up for opponent, I don't really like them anymore, Joshua said, but now it's done. I take my hat off for him and his team. And out of football, the maiden edition of the tournament of the CAF Confederation Cup, CAF Confederation African Football CAF, I beg your pardon, has been unable to find a reliable sponsor capable of financing the new inter-club competition, Africa Football League. The maiden edition of the tournament was held in 2023. Until now, no date has been fixed. We hear for the second edition, the situation could change in the coming days as weeks. Saudi Arabia have decided to become a privileged partner of the competition. The president of CAF, Patrice Motsepe, has had a meeting with the Turkey bin Abdul Mohsin Al-Sheikh, the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority. The monarch of the Arabian Peninsula is injecting huge amounts of money to establish its new image as the essential platform for world football. The Arab monarch has concluded an arrangement to sponsor the AFL to the delight of African soccer rolling birthday. We'll stay with football where the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifier between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Mediterranean Knights of Libya has been fixed. The first leg encounter will hold at the Gospel of Babi International Stadium in Uyo on Friday, October 11th, 2024. Meanwhile, the return leg will be, which is the match day 4 in the series of qualifier, which is left for October 15th at Tripoli International Stadium. Super Eagles currently at top of Group D with 4 points, while Libya is at the bottom with 1 point. The 2024 AFCON finalist is scheduled to the finals, I beg your pardon, is scheduled to hold in Morocco, and that will take place in December 2025. We hear the pressure of the Super Eagles for match day 3 and 4 of the African Cup of Nations received a boost on Saturday morning after the injured Jamil Collins recovered and is set to be returned to action for Cardiff. The Nigerian international has been out of action during preseason and he missed the qualifier between Benin and Rwanda and also club early season games. The manager of the team Cardiff certified that Collins is in line to play and wish him all the best of luck returning to Cardiff. Now let's go to the Nigerian Premier Football League, of course, where we hear that in match day 3 hostilities of the were recorded. Kabir Abdullahi is late winner for Rivers United helped his side to beat Lobby Stars by a lone goal at the Lafayette City Stadium. Finidi George, Rivers United extended their unbeaten run to 3 matches since he took charge of the side. Also, Economic Warriors defeated Nasarawa United in a 7-goal thriller in the second game of the day at the Lafayette City Stadium. Despite being bagging the first hat-trick of the season, Anas Yusuf's goal didn't help his side to victory as Solid Mine has suffered defeat at home. Also, we hear that the MPFL continued with a unexpected result as home team are struggling to pick up maximum point. At the New Just Stadium, Niger Tornadoes under Majin Mohammed produced another masterclass performance by beating Plateau United by 2-1 away from home. The Iko Ala boys, who have now gone 3 matches unbeaten, secured back-to-back away wins with over North Central neighbors. Rama Stars extended their 100% start to the campaign by defeating Kano Pillars 2-0 at the Mohammed Diko Stadium in Castina. Also, Emmanuel Amunike secured his first point of the season with Heartland FC after they were held to a goalless draw by Castina United at the Dan Ayam Stadium in Owerri. While Sunshine Stars and Abia Warriors shared the spoils at the Dipo Dino Stadium in Ijebu-Ode. Ikorodu FC secured their first point in the Nigerian top flight football after a stalemate encounter with Kwara United in Lorry on Saturday. Rivers United, we told you, secured all 3 points as well as Economic Warriors. So these are the full results. Caterpillars nil, Roma Stars 2, Sunshine Stars nil, Abia Warriors nil, Heartland nil, Castina United nil, Plateau United 1, Niger Tornadoes 2, Kwara United and Ikorodu had to share in a goalless draw. Lobby Stars were beaten at home by Rivers United by goal to nil, and Nasarawa United lost 3-4 to Economic Warriors of Maiduguri. And out to the CAF Champions League, of course, it was a bittersweet feeling for Nigeria in the continent as Enyimba FC today progressed to the group stages of the CAF Competitions Cup by dumping Eto Filante. The People's Elephants sealed a 3-2 shootout win to qualify for the group stages of the CAF Competitions Cup. Both legs in the second preliminary round ended goalless, and the People's Elephants are now the only Nigerian side in the continent. And this is because Sagrada Esperanza of Angola dumped out Nigerian remaining representative in the CAF Competitions Champions League. Talking about Rangers International of Enugu. The Flying Antelopes suffered a 3-1 defeat to the Angolan opponent in the second preliminary round, second leg. Despite beating their opponent by a lone goal in the first leg in Uyo, Rangers failed to make it to the group stages, losing 3-2 on aggregate. And what does this mean? Following the qualification of the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup, Nigerian representative Enyimba International is to know their group opponent on the 7th of October. Yes. The People's Elephant cruised into the group stage of the competition after knocking out their counterpart from Burkina Faso, Eto Filante. The Commission of African Football, CAF, on Sunday evening confirmed that the draw for the group stage will come up on October the 7th. 16 qualified groups will be divided into 4 groups of 4 teams, and the top 2 teams will reach the quarterfinals of the competition. Despite Enyimba winning the Champions League twice, they are yet to win the Confederations Cup. And it's raining money right there in Rivers State. As Rivers State Commissioner for Sport, Barrister Green, has rewarded Rivers United for their fine start to the MPFL campaign. It is gathered that Green, who was at pitch side for the match, the 3 MPFL clash with Lobby Stars, awarded the management with 500,000 naira, 1 million naira for the technical crew, and 2 million naira for the players. They were also rewarded for the win against Heartland in Port Harcourt. The team got 2 million naira, while the technical crew got 1 million naira. From the way win in Lafayette City Stadium, Rivers United have moved to the top of the MPFL table. And now to the NNL, we hear that a report in some section of the media indicates that the Annual General Assembly AGA and the new season's draw for the Nigerian National League, the NNL, for the 2024-2025 season has been scheduled to hold in Bauchi. The AGM of the NNL has been scheduled to hold on Saturday, the 28th of September 2024 in Bauchi. Recall, they are doing a virtual board meeting held on Wednesday, September the 4th. The board resolved that the date and venue of the AGM will be announced soon. The board had resolved that there will be equal number of teams in the conference for the 2024-2025 league season. Okay, this is how much we can take from the local scene, guys. And let's now move our attention to other things happening across the foreign globe. From now, let's jump to the foreign scene. And where else we begin for? Let's start off, of course, all the way from Formula One. A big win, I tell you, for McLaren London Norris, yes, as he dominated the Singapore Grand Prix to take a further chunk out of Max Verstappen advantage in the championship. Verstappen, who finished a distant second in his Red Bull, is now 52 points ahead of the Briton with a maximum of 180 points available over the remaining 6 races. But Norris was the prize of an extra point by Daniel Ricciardo after the Red Bull Junior team RB fitted soft tyre with a lap to go, so the Australian could take the fastest lap from the Briton on the final tour. Despite Norris' imperious win, the average point gain by which he needs to eat into Verstappen lead still went up slightly to 8.7 a race. Norris McLaren's teammate Oscar Piastri finished 3rd from 5th on the grid, passing both Mercedes driver on track after a later pit stop. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, looking like he might do the same as he fought back from 9th place on the grid, but after passing Lewis Hamilton, George Russell held off the Ferrari when it caught him in the closing laps to take 4th from Leclerc and Hamilton. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz was 7th, while Aston Martin and Fernando Alonso managed to pass Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg during the pit stop period to lead Division 2 from the German and Red Bull Sergio Perez. And now we go to tennis, where British number 2 Emma Raducanu retired from her Korea Open quarterfinal against Diana Kazatkina with an injury to her left foot. Raducanu struggled with the issue in the previous round against Yan Yu and continued to look uncomfortable in the opening exchanges against the Russian top seed. The 21-year-old was broken in the second game, but despite breaking straight back, struggled to serve and was unable to chase returns around the clock. She needed a medical timeout after the 5th game and decided she could not continue after losing the opening set 6-1. According to her, she said, I feel sorry, that's Kazatkina. He said after the game, she said, I feel sorry for Emma. It's a pity to get injured, especially in the deeper stages of a tournament. I wish her a speedy recovery. In the semi-finals, Kazatkina beat compatriot Diana Schneider 6-3, 6-4 to set up a final meeting with Bratis Hadiamiao, who progressed following a 6-4, 6-4 victory against Venika Kadamentova. Raducanu had been hoping to beat Kazatkina to reach her first semi-final above the WTA 200 level since her 2021 years Open victory. The world number 70 has sustained a number of injuries since her Flushing Meadows triumph. She was restricted to just 9 matches in 2023 due to having surgery on both her hands and her left ankle. Raducanu returned at the start of the year and reached the second round of the Australian Open before skipping the French Open to focus on her fitness. She reached the fourth round of Wimbledon to return to the World Top 100, but suffered the first round defeat to American Sofia Kenin at last month's US Open. And now we hear, of course, that Spain Carlos Alcaraz sealed a straight set win against American Taylor Fritz to lead Team Europe to a 13-11 victory at the Lava Cup in Berlin. Team World had led 11-7 going into the penultimate match in the first to 13 competition, but with 3 points available for each win on day 3, German Alexander Zverev 6-7, 7-5, 10-5 win over American Francis Tiafoe reduced world lead to single point and forced a deciding match. Alcaraz, who criticized the congested tennis schedule on Saturday, completed the thrilling comeback with a 6-2, 7-5 triumph. Alcaraz said after the game, we came with a goal, all of us, to win the Lava Cup. I'm really happy. We're happy about reaching our goal. It's been a tough one. I almost lost, but Sasha Zverev came with some really good tennis. On day 1, Argentine Francisco Cordeiro set the world on their way with a win over Norway Kasparov, but Greece Stefanos Tsitsipas hit back, seeing off Australian Tanasi Kinkinaki. Europe moved into the lead with Belgian Griko Dimitrov beating Chile Alejandro Tibilo. However, the day ended 2-2 with American pair Fritz and Ben Shelton, seed of Alcaraz and Zverev in the double. World claimed 6 of the 8 points on offer in day 2 to open the advance to 8-4 before the final day where it all happened. We hear that the inaugural Leaf Cup took place in 2017 and Europe have won 5 of the 7 editions contested so far. And now to golf, we hear that the American Billy Horschel held his nerve to beat Rory McIlroy in a thrilling playoff and clinched the BMW PGA Championship title. Horschel, McIlroy and Tristan Lawrence entered a 3-way playoff at Wentworth in Surrey after ending their final round on 20 on the par. A boogie from Lawrence and the first hole made it 2-horse race, and Horschel wrapped up the victory with an eagle. It's Horschel's second time Horschel has won the PGA Championship after also coming out on top at Wentworth in 2021. And now the football, we hear that a former Crystal Palace defender Tony Popovic has been named Australia head coach following the resignation of Graham Arnold. Arnold stepped down last Friday after 6 years in the role following a shock 1-0 defeat against Bahrain and a draw against Indonesia in the World Cup qualifying earlier in September. 3 results left Australia 5th in the Asian standing, with only top 2 teams automatically qualifying for the 2026 World Cup. The 51-year-old who played 58 times for Socceroo has signed a 2-year deal. And of course, the game played across match venue, we hear Matteo Gabbia scored a dramatic late winner as AC Milan beat fierce rival Inter in the Milan derby to ease the pressure on manager Paulo Fonseca. The centre-back planted a bullet header past Inter goalkeeper Jan Sommer in the 89 minutes to secure the 3 points and end a run of 6 straight Milan derby defeat for the Rossoneri. Christian Pulisic had given AC Milan the lead but Inter were level before halftime through wing-back Federico Di Marco, who became the first Milan-born player to score a Serie A goal in the Derby della Madonnina since Paolo Maldini netted for Milan in November 1994. For Barcelona, we hear they beat Villarreal to maintain their 100% record in La Liga, but Barca's goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen suffered a very serious injury and was carried off on a stretcher. Robert Lewandowski got 2 goals and missed the penalty. Rafinha grabbed a double, and Paulo Torreira also scored as Hansi Flick's side made it 6 league wins from 6. However, the second injury near the end of the first half was worrying development for Barca. To the Premier League, we had one player and both managers were sent off. Brighton and Nottingham Forest maintained their unbeaten Premier League record in an entertaining draw after 4 goals at the Amex Stadium. The match ended in controversial fashion when Forest Morgan Gibbs-White was shown a second yellow card for sliding challenge on Brighton Joao Pedro. Brighton boss Fabian Husler was dismissed by referee Rob Jones, who then also showed a red card to Forest manager Nuno Espirito Santo for their reaction to the incident. The goal scored by, of course, and Hushwood has given Chris Wood has scored the penalty to give Nottingham Forest the lead. Haswood equalized. Dan Weber scored with some shots free kick in the 45th minute. White Sosa made it 2-2 after 70 minutes. And Pep Guardiola says he does not know the extent of Rodri injury after the midfielder went off in the 21st minute of Man City's dramatic draw with Arsenal. The Spanish international went down, writhing in pain and clutching his knee 1 minute after Ricardo Calafiori stunning level the match. Guardiola had to call up Mateo Kovacic from the bench after Rodri appeared to twist his ankle in a tangle with Arsenal's Thomas Partey at the corner. And it's what I don't know yet. I didn't ask the doctor. Rodri is strong. He leaves the pitch in his action because he felt something. Otherwise, Rodri stays there. Wait and see how long that injury would affect Rodri and Manchester City. And now let's give a result of game played across the top 5 leagues in Europe. We start off from the EPL. Guys, these are the games. We start off from the big one, Manchester City. Ricardo Calafiori scoring a goal in his full debut. Of course, Gabriel continued his goal scoring run as Arsenal could, despite going down through Lisandro Trossard, the red card just before halftime, managed a 2-2 draw at the Etihad Stadium. Brighton 2, Nottingham Forest 2. Crystal Palace played a goalless draw with Manchester United. Liverpool defeated Bournemouth by 3-0. Luis Diaz scoring a brace in that encounter. Tottenham Hotspur beat Brentford by 3-1. Dominic Solanke scoring his first goal for Spurs. Leicester City and Everton played a 1-0 draw. Fulham beat Newcastle by 3-1 with our own Alex Iwobi getting an assist in that encounter. And of course, don't forget the combination of former Arsenal players Rhys Nelson and Emil Smith-Rowe. Southampton played a 1-0 draw with Ipswich. Ipswich managed Moses scoring in the 90th minute to ensure they got a point from the St. Mary's as the Villa were 3-1 better than Wolves. And of course, Nicholas Jackson silencing his critics in a 3-0, scoring a brace in Chelsea's 3-0 win against West Ham at the London Stadium. In the Spanish La Liga, guys, these are the games to look out for. Of course, Real Vallecano played a 1-0 draw with Atletico Madrid yesterday. Barcelona by 5-1 beating Villarreal with Lewandowski scoring the brace and also missing the penalty. Athletic Club beat Celta Vigo by 3-1. Madrid, Rodri, Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, all on target as Madrid beat Espanyol by 4-1. Getafe played a 1-0 draw with Leganés. Valencia beat Girona by 2-0. Osasuna beat Las Palmas by 2-1. Valladolid played a goalless draw with Real Sociedad, and Alaves beat Sevilla by 2-1. In the Italian Serie A, this is how the games went down in the Derby de Milanina, that is the Milan Derby. It was a Milan winning 2-1 against Inter Milan. We told you that earlier. Roma beat Udinese to condemn them to the first defeat of the season, 3-0. Monza 1, Bologna 2. Lecce played a 2-2 draw with Parma. Juventus goalless draw with Napoli. Venezia 2, Genoa 0, Cagliari 0, Empoli 2, Verona 2, Torino 3. Torino winning and moving to the top of the table. Later tonight, Atlanta will take on Como. To the Bundesliga, where it was one man, Victor Boniface, the dancer, with that late goal to help his team to a 4-3 victory against Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. Florian Wirtz also was on target in that game. Other game, we saw VfB Stuttgart demolished Borussia Dortmund by 5-1. St. Pauli played a goalless draw with Red Bull Leipzig, with Bremen beaten by Bayern Munich. Well spanked Michael Lees on target, and Harry Kane as well. Kane is able in a 5-0 victory against Werder Bremen. Eintracht Frankfurt beat Borussia Mönchengladbach by 2-0. Union Berlin 2, Hoffenheim 1, Heidenheim 0, XC Freiburg 3, Augsburg 2, Mainz 3, and a VfL Bochum played a 2-2 draw with Holstein Kiel. And of course, in the French League, it was a weekend of draws for the big teams. I tell you, as of course, for the biggest winner has to be Nice, scoring for the first time 6 goals in the first half of that game against Saint-Etienne. It was a pummeling, it was a thumping, it was a beating and a half as they spanked Saint-Etienne by 8-0. Lille played a 3-3 draw with Strasbourg. Rennes could only manage a 1-0 draw with Lens. Reims and Paris Saint-Germain could only play a 1-0 draw as well. Monaco beat Le Havre by 3-1. Angers and Nantes had to share. Moses Simon getting an assist in that encounter, 1-1 with Angers. Montpellier beat Auxerre by 3-2. Brest, after that win in the Champions League, the first ever Champions League game, beat Toulouse by 2-0, and Lyon lost at home to Olympique de Marseille by 2-3. That's why Marseille picking up a red card in that game. And of course, you know that big one, it has to be that man, Akko in the French League. Akko had a fantastic weekend. He scored a brace for his team in the French League. Akko, I tell you what a player is for Auxerre. He scored a brace as Auxerre lost to Montpellier by 3-2. So, sorry, he scored a brace for Montpellier as he beat Auxerre by 3-2. And before we go, some transfer news quickly to whet your appetite. We start off from Manchester City, where we had our family in the mix to sign Germany, Jamal Musiala, but faces competition from Real Madrid for the Bayern Munich midfielder. England striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin is not close to signing a new contract beyond next summer with Everton as Newcastle continue to monitor the 27-year-old situation. Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold deal runs out next summer, and the 25-year-old England international says winning trophies will be a key part of his thinking when it comes to signing a new deal with Liverpool. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs are all interested in Sporting and Swedish striker Victor Gyökeres is just 26 years of age. Newcastle as well, the latest Premier League club to enter the race to sign American-born Italian under-21 forward Luca Colosio, who has been impressive for Burnley in the Premier League. The Premier League also, along with the European top league, are trying to agree a plan that would mean next summer transfer window will close before the start of the new season. Former Brighton and Chelsea manager Graham Potter will be interested in taking over at Everton if the job becomes available. Let's see whether they will let go of Sean Dykes, the relegation specialist. Real Madrid are keeping tabs with RB Leipzig and French defender Castello Luqueba. He's 21 years of age. The boy is good. Aston Villa, Fulham, and Nottingham Forest are monitoring Galatasaray 24-year-old winger Baris Alpa Yilmaz, while Forest, Brighton, Spurs are interested in 90-year-old fellow Turkey forward Semir Kılıçsoy, who is at Besiktas. And then finally, we had a scout from Manchester United, Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur, watched England midfielder Tao Diblin. He's 18 years of age. He scored for Southampton in their 1-0 draw, yes, against Ipswich Town this weekend. Don't forget, 2 games will come up tonight. We have Real Betis vs Mallorca. Atalanta will take on Como in the Serie A. In the Superliga in Turkey, Gaziantep vs Trabzonspor. Gostep will take on Kayserispor. In the Portuguese League, Premier Liga in Portugal, Boavista will take on Benfica. That game's for 18:45. And finally, from the Kings Cup in Saudi Arabia, Al-Fa will take on Al-Batin. Al-Hams will take on Al-Nasri. Al-Tai will take on Al-Khalil. Al-Halil will take on Al-Jadal. Al-Ittifaq will take on Al-Ada. Okay, guys, this is how much we can take on the show for today. Don't forget, guys, at 5 p.m. in Sport Lounge, 1 hour of sport extravaganza, where we discuss about everything happening. Clothing, that big one, Arsenal vs Manchester City, Inter vs AC Milan. All you need to know about those games, including the stats that went around this weekend, we'll give it to you. 1 hour. So don't miss that. 5 to 6 p.m. is the time, exclusively to Voice of the People, not a 6.1 from Abuja. Keep talking sport, keep living sport. Sport is life. Life is meaningless without sports. And the minion one and only, your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor. None so RCG for me. I'm done, I'm gone. God bless.